Thinking about what you want can feel like progress, especially when it stays present in your mind and you return to it often, yet repetition on its own doesn't create movement if the state behind it remains unchanged, since your experience is not shaped only by what you think, but by how you hold it internally. What you feel while you think about something becomes the context through which you relate to it. If the feeling is tension, doubt, or pressure, your attention may be on what you want, yet your state is organized around the absence of it, and that influences your behavior in ways that keep the same pattern in place. Your decisions become more cautious, your responses more guarded, and even when opportunities appear, they are often filtered through hesitation instead of recognition. The mind can hold an idea, but your state determines whether you are open to it. When the feeling becomes more stable, more grounded, and less attached to immediate outcomes, your relationship to what you want begins to change. It no longer feels like something you are trying to reach under pressure, but something you are already moving in alignment with. And that alignment begins to show up in your actions without needing to be forced. This is where the principle becomes practical. You are not trying to control every thought or convince yourself of something that doesn't feel true. Yet you can become aware of the state you bring into your thinking and allow it to settle into something more supportive, something that reflects trust rather than urgency. From there, your attention organizes differently, and your behavior follows that organization in a natural way. Your internal state influences what you notice, what you respond to, and what you move toward. When you feel aligned with what you want, you tend to recognize possibilities more easily, respond with more clarity, and make decisions that support that direction. When the feeling is misaligned, the same possibilities can pass without being acted on. Not because they weren't there, but because your state didn't match them. How you feel about what you want is not separate from the outcome. It is part of how that outcome becomes possible, since your state shapes your perception, your choices, and the way you engage with what is in front of you. And that is what determines whether something remains an idea or becomes part of your lived experience.